my cards. No, no, no. No, no, no. Billy, it's just Lucky. Come on. Good deal. Okay, so... what did I say? Did I say no more? I said no more. Good girl. Come on. Up here. Come on. Whoa, you almost fell, Bubba. Good girl. I already just gave you a treat, so we'll just wait. All right, here we go. Move the light. Move the light. That's good enough. We'll just wait until people jump on. Hey, Nick, how you doing? Whoa. Oh my gosh, I think it's going to be quiet tonight. It's kind of quiet last night, even though it ran on. Thanks again for always helping, sweetheart. What do you think of my box? Getting into my art spree. Whoops. I made this. You got the inside. I've got to finish the inside of it. But, yeah. I'm very, it's very pretty. It's basic, but very pretty. Work giving you the shits. Hi, Aunt. Oh, hi, Aunt. Anthony. Oh, that's sweet. Anthony and Nick. Anthony is my best friend. And Anthony, this is Nick, who always helps me out. So, but Anthony, yes, that's the box. I finished it today as well. All right. Well, I'm going to do... I'll do Anthony first, and then Nick, I'll do you, because I know Anthony's going to jump off, and I'm sure you are too. Anthony's like, oh my God. Okay, hold on. What's just ahead for Anthony? Anything he needs to know, anything he needs to worry about? What does the universe have in store? Oh, Anthony, I'm really sorry to say this, my friend, but I am picking up that there is going to be a female that has a bit of a crush on you that you're really not interested in. So it is work related. It is somebody through work. So I can see you going, oh, look, you know, because we work together, you know, you're going to get out of it. But it's not going to be an awkward situation or anything like that. It's just going to be something kind of new for you. Yeah, communication. So... Okay, so there is communication here. Now, this is actually saying that this is also the legal paperwork card. So I do feel like that you're going to be able to use that in order to avoid hurting this person's feelings, because I know, you know, at this point you'd probably be like, oh, thanks, but I'm not really interested. But I don't feel like it's one of those situations. I just feel like that you're going to be able to get out of it by saying, somebody was going to set you up or something. I don't know, but this girl is not going to be somebody that you actually like. She's just, you know, whatever. But I don't feel like it's a setup. I feel like it's somebody that's going to come into work, a new employee, somebody from a different region. There's something there, but yeah, she's not, well, I was going to say she's not your type, but yeah, it's not a good thing. But you are going to be able to move, use the legal paperwork sort of, you know, it's inappropriate, even though the company probably, like, you know, they probably don't have rules about that. They probably don't care. But you can turn around and say, no, look, I'm being professional. I don't think it's a good idea. I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. There is transformation here, okay? So this, I feel like, is to do with work as well. I do feel like that I'm getting drawn to this arrow, meaning a step up in a different direction. It's not directly up. It's a step up. So I know that you just applied for that promotion, that temporary promotion, but there's something else. It might be a secondary project. Do you know how you look after those roses personally? I feel like that this is something like a side project. You might even be helping out with that nursery like 1 day a week or something like that. But there is something else there for you. And the good thing is, I feel this is a lot of positive energy. This is the succubus card. When you look at it, it's like the monster that drains you of all your energy and sucks all that, you know. you've come a long way, and um, you're no longer allowing people to do that to you. But overall, this is actually saying that there is good times ahead for you. There's the end of anxiety. I feel like that there's a lot of movement forward for you this year. Like I said, this year's going to be wacky, but there's a lot of movement forward for you. So I hope that helps, sir. Okay. Nick, did you have a question, or do you want three cards? Because do you want to ask about work? Like, um, Lily Evers. Well, yes, I am gay, but it's a psychic channel, but whatever. Just found out filling in for a manager without a higher due. Ugh. Look, I want you out of that job, Nick. I really do, but it's all about timing, okay? So look, I feel like the best thing to do is look, start looking for another job. Manifest it. Send it when you do your moon circle. Send out to the universe that you are interested in another mundane job, as in the non-mystical, to pay the bills and all of that. But look, I feel like that you're going to need to stay there. I want to say temporarily. I feel like that this filling in for the boss. Yeah, look, lack of transformation at the moment. I feel like the filling in for the boss. There's something about that is going to look. I feel like you've already got a mind-blowing resume. I really do. But I feel like that there's something about filling in for the boss and then going for another job and say, look, recently I was just filling in for my boss, and I've decided that I want more out of life, so I can do this. Your boss is going to back you up. There's a reason why you need to do this filling in, which is a pain in the ass, which is what the stress and anxiety in the succubus card is. Yes, you are going to want to rip your hair out, but if you start planning now to start looking for jobs, it's kind of like it will help you through this time, because you're going to be like, okay, well, I'm not just doing this for the sake of doing it. I'm actually it's like I'm banking this energy and effort for something better that's going to come in the next couple of months, okay? Now, there's something big about March for you. I think that there's going to be a lot of changes for you in March. Work-wise, yes, but I'm actually thinking that there might be a little bit of a move for you. So I don't know what that's about. It's if there is a move, it's because you choose it. It's not because you have to in any way. Okay, that's actually what it is. Now, look, there is the illusion and the deceit card here. Look, I feel like that. Even though I've just said all this positive stuff about your boss being every time, even though I think your boss is going to support you in all of this, and if you went to apply for another job, would be really great. However, there is deceit. There is something hidden there. Not that you have to worry about. It's almost like they have plans to put you into this role permanently without a pay rise or something like that. That's what the deceit is. It's not so much that they're trying to fire you or it's I feel like that they're trying to put more work on you without giving you any sort of incentive to do it. Um so yeah, there it's what's good. Hold on. Okay. Goodbye. Thanks, Anthony. Sorry, I just saw that down there. Don't worry, I reported her and booted her. So thank you. Nick, yeah, so the deceit and illusion is not so much going to affect you, it's what they're planning, but I feel like that you're probably already picking it up, and you're like, nah, I'm out. So you've got to start thinking of this place as no, I'm on to better things this year, and this is just playing out while another job pops up for me. Okay. There is something here that I don't normally get with this card, but the alien card or whatever, I'm getting a lot of like this is high. It keeps saying hi to me. So I don't mean like hi, hello, and I don't mean high as in drugs. I mean going high, reaching high places, movement on a great big scale. So yeah, look, I think that this is going to be a really good year for you for work, both the 9 to 5 work and what you're now doing on the other end of the spectrum, on, with the card reading and everything. And I do feel like that by the end of it's very possible that by the end of next year, you're going to be in a position, sorry, the end of this year, I forget we're already in 2025, the end of this year, you are going to be in a position where I feel like you really could quit 9 to 5 jobs altogether and just work off your business. Like there's going to be enough money there for you to be able to do that, and you will be able to see that it's growing, and you've got all these plans for 2026 that are all going to be successful. But that's not necessarily to say you will quit the 9 to 5, because like the smart thing is in that case just maybe do another 12 months of banking up your money and then hit it. But you are going to have that sort of a situation, reflection. Okay. um I hope that helps, sweetheart, and thanks again, Ant. Okay. I thought I saw Monique come in. Hey, Monique. General, not a problem. And Shan L. If you have a question or would like 3 cards, just let me know. Okay. It's been a while since we got some hate in here. Nick, do you ever see anybody commenting badly on the lives on TikTok? Because I actually don't see that, which is a real surprise. Started out with all of that. My pleasure. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask. Same as you, Mr. Anthony. If you have any questions, ask me. We all know that when I'm on live, I don't have subscriptions set up yet. So still building up still building up the base for YouTube. Okay. All right. Monique, General. Okay. All right, Monique. Monique, I see 2 options in front of you, and you're looking at one, but it's actually the second one that I feel is going to be better for you. Now, I feel like you've got your eyes directly ahead, but there is a diagonal. This is a better thing for you. Okay, so look, I'm going to take it that you've managed to find work. If you haven't, it's imminent. But again, look, this is an ending of some sort. I feel like that this is the ending of unemployment, to be completely honest, which is a good thing. The angels have helped you out. Now, again, I've been preaching this for a while now. The job that you're getting, or the job that you just got, it's not the perfect job for you. Like it's a job for right now, okay? Because like I said, with you personally, there's, nobody likes to be unemployed. We want that job. We want a job, any job. We'll take a job. We got a job. And that's the headspace that you're in. Fine, not a problem. Work there for a couple of weeks, couple of months, and not just yet applying and speaking to recruiters. There is a job coming. I'm telling you now, there is a job coming. It may not be the one that you're thinking of. Like I said, when I saw you're looking straight ahead, but it's actually this one that's over here. Okay, I just realized I'm pointing to the sex card. There's this one over here. It's a little bit closer. It's not exactly what you want. You probably don't feel a good vibe from this job, and you're like concentrating over here, but this is the one you're going to get. So this is actually saying, and the ending here is actually an ending to unemployment. But it is saying that the job you get, don't freak out when I say it's not the best job for you. All I mean by that is it's not going to be a job that in 6 months' time you're like, yes, I want to work here for the rest of my life. That's all it's saying. It's not saying that you're going to have problems with managers and co-workers and the job itself. None of that crap. It's just, it's not the right place for you. It might even be in a bad location for you, like to get to every day. But either way, it's not the job for you. But having said that, like I said, I feel like you're going to have to work there for a couple of weeks, couple of months until you start to calm down and realize, okay, I've got this job. It's not going anywhere. I'm okay. When you get to that headspace and you start to calm down, that's the time that you're going to start thinking about where you really want to go and what you really want to do. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. This next job, it's just a stepping stone. And, you yeah, you don't really need to you don't really need to stress out and worry. Again, it's not you're going to go there and you're going to get picked on or bullied, or it's not like that. It's just that you're going to go there and just not feel fulfilled. And for a lot of people, most people actually, that's how we feel about jobs. For you, you need more than that. You need to be like fulfilled with the work that you're doing, because like it is an important part of your life. And you are one of those people that no, if I don't like this place, I'm not working here. So yeah, that's all this is. That's what it is. Now, look, honestly, the sex card is patience and waiting, but it's also about inconsequential like bullshit. Excuse my language. What I'm saying here is that if you end up getting, like I said, you've got your eyes on this job, and I feel like you're getting this one. It doesn't matter which one you get. That's what this is saying. It really doesn't matter which one of these jobs. One's not better than the other. They're both jobs that you are stepping stones. They're jobs that you need to get right now in order to be employed. So again, it's that's what it is. The partnership thing being upside down is actually saying it doesn't matter what job you really get right now, because you know you're applying for anything and everything just in order to get a job, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you've got to understand. There's nothing wrong with that. You need a job, you'll get a job. Then once you've settled down, calm down, and it will take a couple of weeks, maybe even a couple of months before you feel comfortable enough to go, okay, well, what do I really want to be doing? Where am I really going? Because I feel like if I asked you that when you had your last job, what sort of career you want, you would have had one idea. Asking you now, being unemployed or looking for work, it's going to be a different thing in your mind. When you get this job, the first couple of weeks, again, if I was to ask you that question, what do you want to do? You would have a different answer. And in 6 months' time from now, when you are employed and you've calmed down, you're going to have a different answer again, because it's all about learning and you know, growth and all of that shit. So there is going to be like right now, I don't want you thinking about long-term jobs and where you want to, you know, work and all that stuff. It's not the time for that right now. The time right now, as you know, is just finding a job. Then you can work on career and where you want to go. Okay, I hope that helps. Yeah, no, it definitely is a step in the right direction, and it's just a stepping stone. Okay. All right, who's next? Anybody want a question or 3 cards? I'm working off my phone. No worries, Monique. If nobody asks a question, Monique, feel free to ask one yourself. Nick, same for you, sweetheart, if you got anything else you want to ask about. Because we got a couple of people watching, but I think people are a little shy. Wow, how different it is being on YouTube to TikTok. TikTok, I don't get to have a breath before moving on, and YouTube, I'm like, anybody there? Hello? But we will build up YouTube. I'm going to do a lot of art projects this year, because art is how I relax. And yes. Yeah, I know. It's like, okay, weird. Well, maybe I'll ask myself a question then. How is my YouTube channel going to go this year? Are we going to grow? Are we going to be celebrated and blah, blah, blah? Yeah, it is a year for art, I feel. Oh, look at that. Prosperity, abundance. Oh, wow, that could actually be financial freedom. and a positive outcome regardless. Okay, so this is like, I'm gonna do YouTube regardless of whether it's popular or not, but this is saying that it is. Wow, that's actually really cool. Yeah, I don't really read for myself. Um, so yeah, this is prosperity and money, freedom, which is success as well, and it working out in a positive way. I well, I wasn't. I was going to say I'm surprised by that, but I'm actually not really because I have seen it coming. But also, to when it actually happens, you're like, oh, I'm still surprised by that. um, yeah. Yeah, most psychics don't read for themselves, which is funny because that's why tarot and everything was first invented, so people could read for themselves. But I think if you're dedicated to reading for other people, you can't read for yourself. Um, yeah. Um, okay, what industry does my next partner work in? Interested to know, do we live at a distance? That's really random, Monique. 10 points for you. Okay, industry. Look, I will be honest. I'm feeling when I'm picturing this guy, it's probably not the actual guy, but ooh, there's two. The first one was wearing a suit and tie and was carrying a briefcase. Probably not literally, but to me that says he works in something to do with the finance sector. I'm getting something to do with banking or investing. Okay. Now, he's not a multi-millionaire, not that that was your question, but when I say banking and investing, he's kind of not at the bottom, but he's not at the top either. He's somewhere in between. So he's good at what he does, but he helps. The biggest banking and investor people are the ones that help big ass companies and big ass millionaires. This guy is somebody that you or I would go to ask about investment and banking and stuff like that. So like he's on the higher end of the higher end of pay, and there is the higher end of what he does. Um, I don't know why that's important. It may be that he changes jobs at a later date, changes industry, like he takes that step up, because I feel like that there's a bit of fear there behind him. It's one thing with dealing with the ordinary public and giving them recommendations. It's another to do it for multi-million-dollar companies and multi-millionaires. Okay, so the other thing is I picked up somebody in high vis, and it was like he was a construction, like a project manager or something like that. But he was wearing an orange vest. Now, honestly, I don't think that in reality there's a difference between yellow or orange vests. Actually, Anthony, if you're still on and listening, and it's fine if you're not, is there a difference between yellow and orange vests? Because Anthony actually works for the council, so just interested with that. But either way, the orange vest to me, it feels like it's metaphorically, it's a status symbol, like he's higher up. So that's where I'm getting project manager, and those project managers earn a decent dollar. Now, again, I know that you're not worried about money, but I keep getting drawn to that and letting you know. Now, the thing with the second guy, the builder, the project manager, whatever, look, I'm telling you right now, he is gorgeous. He is handsome, and he's got a 6-pack, maybe even an 8-pack. But to be completely honest, I feel like when I see you looking at him, you see a guy not wearing a shirt, just wearing a high vis. He's got a hairy chest and a big beer belly, and you're kind of like, ew. All right. Now, I don't think that you're seeing this. That's what this is kind of saying. I don't think you're actually seeing the person for who he is. It's kind of stuff around him. So that sounds very superficial. That's not what I'm saying. But I feel like it's kind of like, at first glance, you're not attracted to this person, but it's kind of like you being you, you're going to give him a chance, and he's going to sweep you off your feet. So there are two potentials, and I'm telling you now, if I had to choose for you, I would choose the construction manager or the project manager, the builder, rather than the investment guy. I just feel like he would be safer all all the way around. Like, yeah, I just feel like that'd be better for you. Was for a construction company, but in corporate setting. Well, that could actually be a way of crossing over, but I don't think that this guy is now work related. I think I've said to you in the past there is one that's work related. I have something. I feel like it's something to do with the investment dude. The construction dude is just. It might even be a friend sets you up, or you happen. I don't know how that's going to happen, but it's going to, like, there is going to be a connection outside of work where that happens. Okay, it could even be at a friend's party or something like that. But I don't feel like the construction dude is connected to work, but the other guy actually is. Okay. Now this is a positive energy card upside down, so it's you watch regularly. It means a flat line. What I'm saying, what I feel like here is this is going to be one of those things that you just don't see coming. It's just gonna nothing, nothing, nothing. Bang! You've got two invites on dates at the same time. Do you know what I'm saying? It's one of those scenarios. Okay, and that's really good. Like it sucks that it happens that way, but I think it happens to all of us. Okay, so you've got the connection card here. So this is a really good connection. Again, I'm getting the two guys. It's not one or the other. There's going to be choices to be made. And it's not going to be like, choosing between Edward and Jacob, but it is going to be like there is going to be a choice there. Yes, I did the Twilight gay fucking comparison, but it was the only thing that could pop into my head. And the spiritual path card is here and it's upside down. And it's saying, look, this isn't happening for you right now because other things need to play out in your life, specifically the work and that sort of journey. And look, I feel like the universe is kind of like, look, we've got guys here ready to go for you to have that romantic relationship. But before you do that, before we give you this distraction of love and all of that, you need to really concentrate on work and where you're going and work out your career, because otherwise you will get sidetracked and then it'll be another 10 years before you're in the right position to be thinking about your career. Okay? I really hope that helps, sweetheart. Okay. Danny Ann. Can I ask, is it okay to reach out to my ex and try to clear the air? Ooh. I actually feel like straight off the bat, Danny, I'm like, I feel like it's a bit of a no. I feel like that. Look, I don't know if this is a recent thing or it's been a while. I actually feel like it's been a while. And it's one of those things that if you reach out to an ex after something, if you do it too soon and they're not over things, then it's a bad scenario, right? But if you leave it too long, it's like they get over it and then want to put the past behind them and don't want to reopen those wounds. So you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't sometimes. Look, I do feel like that the answer is kind of no at the moment. What's your ex's name? Can you give me a name just so I can clue in a little bit better? Because I'm getting a Michael or a Martin, but I know that that's not right. Wow, these are kind of the same cards. Yeah, it's been a while. I thought so. Okay, look, honestly, this is not really good. This is kind of, look, this is the innocent card. Oh, Patrick. Okay. Okay, sorry, I'm just Nick, are you talking about a different Patrick? There's two Patricks here. Is there two Patricks, or are we talking about the same thing? Oh my god. Okay. Anyway, Denny, I am feeling like, look, it wouldn't be a good thing. Reaching out. These are projects like your plans. When it's upside down, it's kind of like, look, these plans, you need to rethink because sometimes we're doing it for the wrong reasons or something like that. But either way, it's not talking about wrong or right. It's actually saying that the plans aren't good to go ahead. This connection card, this is the best friend card. As you can see, it's got a puppy paw on it. It's upside down. It's saying that connection has been lost. There's no longer that whatever it was between the two of you. And I do feel like if you reach out, it's kind of going to be like awkward strangers. And I do feel like that Patrick has moved on. I'm unfortunately to say. Now, this is the spiritual path card. Sorry, I just read what Nick wrote. Yeah, different Patricks. That just freaked me out. What are the odds? Okay, so this spiritual path card is saying that, oh, look, this is actually, even though I'm talking about the separation between the two of you, this is both of you learning from what you had and finding happiness. Now, I want to say, I do feel another partner for you. I don't know if you're already seeing somebody or they're around the corner, but I am getting a Michael, a Martin, a Maverick. It's an M name, but it's a weird M name. So, like somebody calls Michael Mickey or something like that, It might even be a nickname or he goes by his last name, but it is a M-A or M-E, but it is an M name that's around you. And he's going to be a little bit rough around the edges. I feel like it's going to be like, oh, why not? I'm bored. Like, I feel like you're saying, why not? Why not? Let's just leave it at that. Why not give him a go? And you're going to have so much fun. He's probably not somebody that you're normally attracted to, but that's a good thing. And there is a lot of happiness for you. Okay, well, there is somebody coming for you. They're around. There may be somebody around that's interested in you, or has previously asked you out or something like that. But there is somebody coming for you. And again, it's not your usual type, but they're just going to be so full. It's like Labrador energy or golden retriever energy. He's just going to be really happy and make you laugh and make you feel like, oh, forget anxiety and worry and stress. Like, there's something very pure and beautiful about him. Okay, I hope that helped. Okay, Nick, different Patrick. Sometimes let Patrick go. I actually want to say to you, no, sweetheart. Look, again, I don't feel like Patrick is the all and end all, but there's still learning for you to do there, and there's still enjoyment for you to have. Okay, so look, I know you're in that boat of wanting a serious thing, a real thing, not a serious, a real relationship. And look, it's kind of there with Patrick, but he's not. Like, there's enough for you to realize that this guy isn't a long lasting guy. He's not going to make you happy. There is there is the chance of him just upping and going and disappearing. Unfortunately, I feel that's a real thing, that he could just turn around and ghost you one day. So look, as long as hanging out with Patrick, as long as this is temporary. It's just you're killing time, you're having a bit of fun, you're going out and spending, it's those experiences. As long as you realize that that's why you're doing it and why you're with him, then fine. Now, don't push yourself to go out. If he goes, hey, let's go to the movies, and you don't feel like it, don't go. But if you do feel like it, then go, why not? Go to the movies with him. It's that sort of situation. Just play it cool, just go with the flow. It's not going to be a problem as long as you don't start really falling for this guy, okay? So you need to have that back pedal there. If you start to have those feelings, then take a step back. But why I said that you're still learning, there's still enjoyment to be had. That's what this card is. There is healing to be done. There's healing in yourself to be done. It's kind of like, I feel like that you're making up, that the universe is giving you these opportunities to make up for the past that you missed out on. Like, dating in your young teens or young 20s, having that freedom to just go, go out and live a little. And even if you don't like the person, you're still having great experiences. You don't know who you're going to meet outside while you're with this guy. I feel like that's what this healing card is. And it's not only that, it's being appreciated. And when you're out on a date and you look around, there are always going to be other guys checking you out, which is also going to be really good for your confidence because you are a beautiful woman. So there is a lot of healing there. Now, this is the conflict card, as you know. It's actually saying there's no confrontation. There's not going to be any fights. There's not going to be any, like, if he turned around and cancelled a date on you, you'd probably be like, yep, whatever. Well, don't call me again. Like, it's one of those scenarios where because you're not invested fully, you're just going to be like, whatever. But I feel like this isn't saying that anything bad is going to happen. It's actually saying the opposite. But I want to point out that there's some part of the healing here is once upon a time, if you got excited to go out and somebody said, yeah, we're going out, and then they cancelled on you at the last second, you'd be devastated. You would move on to angry later on, but you would be devastated. You'd be hurt. You'd be like, well, why? You know, like, and I get it because I've been there as well. Now you're in that state of mind where you're like, oh, well, I'll go and sit on the lounge and watch TV and read a good book. Like, now you're past all of that crap from the teenage years and from, you know, I will say from the weak years. So that's a really beautiful thing. So again, you're not in any danger by hanging out with Patrick, and you're not in a situation where you're going to make this guy for like you're not using him or leading him on, because this guy has, look, I feel like he's talking or seeing like 3 different people. This guy doesn't know what he's looking for, and therefore he's going to find nothing, and that's his destiny. But you're not leading him on or giving him mixed signals. And the last card here is the go with the flow card, and even though it's upside down, I am telling you that you do need to just go with the flow. But why it's upside down is just have that plan in mind that you know, Patrick is somebody that you chill out with and hang out with and go out with occasionally, like when you're bored or when he's bored or whatever. But you know, you're still learning, you're still open to seeing new people and meeting new people, but you're still like, this is kind of like it's not dating to me. It's kind of like a hobby. It's kind of like an extracurricular activity. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, it is the dating, but without the emotion. And it's kind of like, just remember that and you'll be fine. Like, you can keep him around for a while. Yeah, with yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm talking about. Sorry, I had a look down there. Yeah, I used to get devastated by it when people would cancel at the last second. Then I got to the stage that instead of getting upset and crying, I would get insanely angry. Let's face it, we have the right to be angry in that situation, but I was insanely angry. And then I got to the point where I'm like, well, this isn't worth getting upset about. I've got better things to do. If people are going to cancel, then thanks. You know, and that's a good place to be. That means you're happy with your life and you're content and you don't need interactions with people like that. It was also a good way for me personally to weed out the type of people in my life that have, you know, are toxic and have red flags that I needed to get away from. And I'm sure you're exactly the same. Yeah, been there, done that. Cool. Okay, Miller. Miller, did you have a question, sweetheart? I am a happy homebody as well. This is also why we're so good at art. Guys, if you have any questions or want to, if you don't mind me asking, do you see my sister Christine getting a new job this year? Wow, Anthony, I'm surprised that you came out with a question. Do I mind you asking? Yes, I do, Anthony. No, I'm joking. Okay, my friend. I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to say to you the exact same thing I've been saying for years. I see her working in the medical industry in some form. Okay, let's have a look. I don't want to be biased. Let me just clear my mind. Christine getting a new job. Okay, look, there is a temporary job, and I want to say that it's I was going to say a half measure. Oh, you got 2 cards that came out as one here. What I'm saying by that is I kind of, this is weird. I see her and it's like she's going through a drive-through in reverse. Okay, literally, that is what I'm seeing. Her going through a drive-through. I can even tell you what drive-through it is, but it that has no consequence. I see her going through a drive-through in reverse, which to me means that making a mistake, making a backpedal. I feel like that there is a bit of a missed opportunity. Um, yeah, look, I I'm also getting the fact that the drive-through is at a food chain, and there's a job there that is underutilizing her talents. Now, why I'm picking this up is this isn't a definite thing, by the way, but this is kind of Christine being afraid to make a decision, to jump on board something, and it's like that procrastination feeling. And if she lets that linger, she keeps going with that, she is going to end up regretting her choices and going backwards and causing chaos for herself. And what I mean by that is Christine's still young. I know she just got married. There are obviously children's coming for you, for you, well, nieces and nephews. But I feel like if Christine doesn't jump on board something significant in the next 2 years, this year and next year, then she's going to be backpedaling for a while. Because if she doesn't get into that industry, then there's going to be children, there's going to be time off work, she's going to get inundated with that. And then, it's going to be another child, and then the third child. And then by the time she gets back into the work field, she's going to be way behind the game and not knowing what to do. And by that time, I think she'll know what she wants to do. And there's that, yeah, look, there is the emotion card. Wow, this isn't just your sister, this is you. It sums up most of your family. There's a lot of energy and around it. So you can see the lightning and all of that. But there is this maze through all the explosions and the fire. And this is the spirit guide. Or her gut, or big, well, hang on, little brother, could be guiding her. But she is going to navigate this. So this to me is saying that this year she is actually going to dedicate herself to no more procrastination. I am going to find the right job. Okay. Now this is the illusion card. It's upside down. So there is the need, obviously, because I'm talking to you instead of Christine, there is the need for you to once again step in and go, when you see the signs that Christine is ready to look for a job, or, something permanent like what we're talking about, it's not an illusion. She genuinely is. The time is now right, okay? It's not like the past where she's genuinely been open to it, but a little bit scared, and, now she's truly open to it. So you've got to be in there with all of that. Yes, do it. Let me help you. Great, let's go. What do you want to do? And that will help her. And, write down, there's no more, I don't know. She's got to write down on a piece of paper 5 types of jobs, 5 industries that she's interested in at least, and then go from there. It really is a countdown of what to do. Again, I feel like that there's a medical industry there, but it's something scientific. Science, medicine, medical science, I don't know. It could be chiropractor work or something like that. But look, I feel like she's not just going to get this job. There's more education to be doing to get this job, okay? Now, I know that's probably the last thing that she wants to do, but I feel like she's done 80% of the work with everything she's done in the past. She just needs like a 6-month course to tidy up the loose ends and then get the job that she's after, okay, or the job she's going for. It could be a dental hygienist. Now, the thing with all of these jobs, Anthony, is that it doesn't matter which one Christine gets, because any of these jobs are going to bring her happiness. It's the stability that she's after, as well as being able to see a good paycheck coming and all of that sort of stuff. And it's genuinely there's something else for Christine about being in a niche sort of industry, like, like being a dentist assistant or being a dentist, yes, there are a billion out there, but really how many dentists do you know? It's kind of, there's something there where she's going to really enjoy the uniqueness of her job, is a good way of saying it, okay? This heartbreak and sadness, this is her getting over that. I feel like this is putting her big girl pants on, and no, I'm gonna that's it. I'm going to do it. There's something about the past reconciliation here. Now, I think that's got something to do with the education side. Now, her job. I know you're asking about the next job. The next job is a temporary job. It's just going to be a job that to get her out of the current job that's a little bit better. That just doing that is going to refresh her energy and give her like, oh, a brand new start, which is going to give her a lot of positive energy for her to move forward and find this other career job that we are talking about. Now, the last card here is separation. So it does talking about her leaving her job and getting another one. But I do feel like that the next job is also going to be like just a job, a stepping stone. It's not career related. It's going to be good. It's going to be, look, I feel like it's going to be part-time, but more money. There's going to be some other bonus or advantage to it, but it's going to let her do what she needs to do in order to get the career job. Okay? All right, so I really do hope that helps. Okay. I really can't work out if I need the aircon or the heater on. One side of me is boiling hot, close to the wall, and the other side is cool because I've got the aircon on. No problem, my friend. If you're around, I'm going to go to 8 o'clock tonight, guys. Anthony, if you're around in about 20 minutes, then you know what I was going to say. Is there anybody on? Miller, were you still around? I think people come in and go, but that is fine. I am going to say I'm putting all of these, when I go on YouTube, I leave the live up on my YouTube channel in case you want to refer back to it at a later time. So having said that, as always, guys, if you want a full reading, you can contact me at thegreenspsychic@gmail.com for a 30-minute or a 1-hour reading. Otherwise, I'm live on TikTok on Sunday nights at 7 p.m. and YouTube Monday nights at 7 p.m. And starting this year, I'm going to randomly be going live, alternating between TikTok and YouTube at different times, so that we can really branch out and get a whole bunch of different people in. And yeah, so it's going to be good. I really like my box. I do need to do a little bit of sanding because the lid opens, but it needs to, yeah, be sanded a bit. Well, okay, I'll if there's nobody else, do you guys have any other questions you want to ask? Because if that's it, I might just call it early and take my little Billy Baby out to go toy. She's got a puppy. Her puppy cousin is coming tomorrow. I'm puppy sitting for a week. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I love it. Is Cece coming? Is Princess Fluffy Butt coming tomorrow? Yeah. All right, guys. It will make up for extra. Yeah, it does. Very true, Nick. All right, well, I'll call it there, guys. Nick, as always, thank you so much, sweetheart, for being present and being awesome, as you always are. And Mr. Anthony, I will speak to you soon. Until we speak again, guys. Catch you later. Hang on. Okay, that's better. Blessed be, guys.